East, there is done and all that. A couple of names that, of course, did come through for that very game, all in memory of one is called Mr. Agau Rashid, commonly called as T9 in there, who, of course, we did see finish his last days at Onduparaka Football Club. He played for a couple of clubs in West Nile and around Uganda. We should say he also had an opportunity of course, going out of the country, and he did have a couple of trials even at Liverpool. That's why one of his sons is called Salah in there. He left behind 2 sons, I should say. And then also after the media game, the media playing the fans of Onduparaka Football Club, we did see another game that came through from there is the West Nile province that, of course, did tussle it out with my friends from there is the Acholi sub-region. There is actually a province in there, spearheaded by the chairman, the media persons, and a lot of stakeholders that came through in the technical bench. We did see the Okot Olas and all that. And this very game, by the way, started when I did notice. We did see West Nile province taking in the lead that came through from Gaddafi Wahab Thiago. This was a mistake that came through from the captain of there is Acholi province. And then in less than 5 minutes, you also did see Acholi province taking in an advantage of there is the captain of West Nile province, and there was a Thiago Wahab in there to also equalize. And then the second goal also came through. We did see immediately West Nile province scored in the second goal. Acholi province also came through and equalized. It was quite very well. And the first half, we did see first half ending 1-2 draw in there. But then when second half started, we did see a lot of interesting football coming through. A lot of young lads that did come through, by the way. We did see Samson Sizo Kuti, the gaffer or the coach for West Nile province, pulling out a couple of the names, I should say, of there is a West Nile province. We did see him pull out Bidai Ezra. We did see him pull out Gama William. We did see him pull out even the captain, there is a Gaddafi Wahab Thiago. He did pull out the landlord, Mr. Okocha Rashid, to of course take in young lads that play in regional league. We did see him bring in a couple of players from there is Dramchaku Football Club. We all know Dramchaku Football Club is doing very, very well. They are winning in games for fun. They are beating in people for fun. The other day they did beat Androvu United 10 goals. Man, you wonder what Androvu was playing. You start wondering if Androvu was playing with their hands tied behind their backs, or I definitely don't know what Andrew was playing, but they did swallow. There is 10 goals from Dramchaku in there. So basically, still about there is the West Nile province that did play actually a province game in there. This was quite a very interesting game that went down in there. Where, of course, we did see when these young lads started coming through into the pitch, we started seeing a couple of goals coming through, a couple of goals being registered here and there. We did see the full time ending into 4-2 in there, where, of course, West Nile province did win in the game, and it was quite a very, very good one. Coming through to support, playing in memory of a lost hero, in memory of there is a lost fella, in memory of one who was a part of us. So that was that. We did, of course, bid him farewell in there. One of the young lads I would like us to talk about was one guy that is had a lot of people eyeing him, by the way, while these games were being played. He's called Abdul Salam Bubu. He plays for there is a regional league side, Leah City, or if you like, you can call them Alpha Rising Stars. He plays shot number 4. Toto Majid, who captained Uganda under 20, shot number 29. Moses, the captain of Dramchaku, and shot number 20, Bashir Scatter, known as Obasia, who plays for there is Mbarara City. These were people, to me, who actually made the second half of this game very, very interesting. They did show in their hidden talents, because Regional League does not, by the way, have a lot of spectators that come through to watching most of these games. But these players that literally showed people that when it comes to Regional League, please come through and watch. There is a whole lot of football that is hidden, a whole lot of talent that is hidden in the Regional League. And then another guy that I want us to talk about that did feature in this very game is a guy who, of course, had a very frightening left foot set pieces that kept on cutting through and all that. He of course did also play very well, and when asked when their coach, there is Samson Sizo Kuti, was asked about the boy, he of course said that the boy is called Moses and he plays for Dramchako. I'm quite sure this is the guy that of course captains Dramchako Football Club in there. He is quite very, very good. He is highly talented, left-footed, and his left foot, I should say, is a masterpiece. Whenever goals would cross over to him and he cuts in or he brings in those master or set pieces with his left foot, you would definitely get to realize that he is quite very, very good in there. So there is that. For those of us that have not been, of course, watching in Regional League, which I should tell you that come through and start watching Regional League. That is where a couple of talent is hidden underground. I don't know these people. I don't know where the people that normally come through and poach footballers. I don't know why they don't go to watch Regional League. But otherwise, Regional League has a couple of marvelous players, very good, tactical, very highly talented, and all that. That is that. And of course, crossing over to there is a Regional League. We did see my colleague, they had a lot of discussion yesterday about how the Regional League, how the big league fared in, and Regional League also came to a close-up with a couple of course, with a couple of results here and there, where of course people were standing and how they finished it and all that. And then also when it comes to when it comes to big league, of course for big league, big league has also now come to a close-up, end of first round, and of course how your teams finished in the regional, how your teams finished in the big league is something that we would also be looking at. And so we did see a couple of results that came through yesterday from games that did go down over over the weekend. So with that, every other team now, of course, gets to play 14 games in there. We did see Onduparaka Football Club, of course, finishing their first round ahead of the rest of the clubs. And how the FUFA Big League closes up on there is their first round. I want us to look at how the table standings are. And of course, in there is in position number 1, of course, we have Gaddafi, a football club that has every other team or every other club now has played 14 games in there. Gaddafi Football Club has played 14 games. They won 9, drew 3, lost 2. And of course, they were able to accumulate, there is 30 points into their bags as they closed up first round over Big League. And then chasing them very closely is the Lira-based side, Blacks Power, that won also 9 games, drew 2, lost 3, and they finished the first round with 29 points into their bags in there. And then in position number 3, we have the Yumbe-based side in the names of Calvary Football Club. Calvary finished in their last 2 games. They played one at home with Onduparaka Football Club. That was a derby, and we did see them beating Onduparaka Football Club 1-0. And then, of course, they did finish their season at Barukuru in Paitha, where, of course, they did play by the Black Angels, and this game ended in stalemates. We did see them sharing in points there. It was a 0-0 And that, of course, brings Calvary to finishing in position number 3 with, of course, 25 points. And then in position number 4, we have Buhimba United Saints. They have, there is 23 points. And then the West Nile-based side, or the Arua City-based side, there is Nduparaka Football Club, finishes a first rounder in position number 5 in there. And in position number 5, they played 14 games, won 6 over these 14 games, drew 4, lost 4, and they were able to close the season with 22 points into their bags in there. There is Nduparaka Football Club, who finished a first round of a big league in position number 5. And then position number 6 is the Paitha based side. We're talking about Paitha Black Angels. They finished in position number 6 with 20 points into the bags. And then position number 7, we have Kataka, who also finished with 20 points. And then in position number 8, we have Chiinda Boys, who finished with 19 points. And then 17 points following closely in position number 9 is Busoga United. And then we have in position number 10, Karo Karunji, who finished with 16 points in there. And then we have Ntunga Sazei, who are in position number 11, and they finished with 15 points. And then 14 points is Chigezi Homeboys, who are in position number 12, and then position number 13 is Rua Hill, who also have 13 points, and then another 13 points are in position number 14 is Boma, and then lastly we have Mid, who finish with they finish the season with, of course, 9 points in there. So now when the new season starts, I mean when the next round starts, when the next round starts, of course, we shall be seeing a few of the fixtures where, of course, the teams will be starting with in there. Of course, that is how the tables stand. As the first round of a FIFA Big League comes to a close-up. That's how the table stands. And we'll be seeing how, of course, we shall be seeing how some of the teams will be playing and where they will be playing as a second round starts. A second round, of course, will kickstart on 1st February, where, of course, we shall be seeing Buhimba taking on a Calvary. We shall be seeing Arua Hill taking on a Black Spur. That will be a derby the other side. And then we shall also be seeing Busoga that will be taking on a Kataka. And then Gaddafi will be taking on Karo Karunji. We shall be seeing Mida taking on Chiinda Boys. And Ntunga Sazei will be taking on Chigezi Homeboys. Meanwhile, there will be some dangerous derby, a big one also on 2nd Feb, where we shall be seeing the Black Angels that will be hosting Nduparaka Football Club down at Barukuru. We shall also be seeing a Black Power taking on, these are games that will be on 2nd Feb, as of course the second round kickstarts in there. So we definitely know where the team that finished number this, we definitely now know which team they will be playing in there. So that is that, by the way. Quite very interesting, isn't it? I want us to look at also some of the UPL fixtures. In between here, they went for a short commercial. I don't know if it's an international break or not, but tomorrow, remember tomorrow, there will be a couple of games there will be 2 games on the scoreboard for there is the Uganda Premier League in there. We shall be seeing UPDF will be taking on the Bunyoro-based side Chitara, and Vipers Soccer Club will be taking on the tax collectors. There is URA. And then on Thursday, we shall be seeing Lugazi. Lugazi will be taking on Police Football Club. Quite very interesting fixtures in there, isn't it? And also, somehow, we did see a couple of representatives that play in there is the UPL come down here over the weekend to take part in there is the Agao Memorial match. We did see NEC Football Club sending through, I think, 3. We saw Tendele Geriga. We did see Okocha Rashid, we did see the captain Gaddafi, Wahab, Thiago, all who play for NEC Football Club. And I did confirm they reached well. Okocha reached well. He reached yesterday, I think. Germany, Gaddafi, Wahab traveled the other day and also reached very well, although there was a mishap that happened along the way where, of course, there was an accident, but he escaped unhurt. We thank the Almighty God for, of course, keeping him safe, simply because God knows he came through for a noble cause that he came to honor. So he arrived safely. He also needed to return back safely. So that is that. And meanwhile, we did see that the under-17 team also did do wonders over the weekend after beating Namibia. In first leg ended on a 10, and then the second leg ended on I think 8 or 7, something of that kind. And then also somewhere, Uganda women national team scoops bronze at the 2025 Coco World Cup in there. Uganda women finished, of course, as bronze medalists. Uganda was flawless and, of course, determined in all matches which were played at the Indira Gandhi Stadium in New Delhi City. And, of course, this is down in India. Right from the prevailing group stage matches, Uganda showed intent and courage to, of course, take on the world opposition, topping their Group B pool before winning the quarter final and fell at the semi-final level there is one of the biggest rivals. I'm talking about Nepal in there. At the group stages, we did see Team Uganda won over Netherlands with, of course, a century plus score, 100-10. And they also did beat England 30-45 and Australia 95-20. Uganda only lost to there is a Kenya in the groups to advance to there is the quarterfinals as the best country in Pool B. At there is the quarterfinal level, Uganda easily matched to the semifinals with a convincing 72-26 over New Zealand. In the explosive semi-final showdown, Uganda fell to Nepal in a gallant fashion. Led by head coach Ephraim Makubuya, Uganda returns home, that is today, with their heads up after, of course, scooping in the bronze in there. A number of players shown brightest during the different games as Grace, OG, Rose Nankuba, Jemima Azalwango, Sharon Oloma, and of course others. India won the men and women gold, overcoming Nepal in the final over either gender. By and large, the experience to play at this first historic Coco World Cup for all there is the 24 countries who worthwhile for the future of the sport in there. And in some of the delegations that, of course, I did go with the Team Uganda, we did see Harriet Opolot, Coco president Mustafa Ntsubuga, the head coach, of course, was Ephraim, and then some of the players that did go to represent Team Uganda included Sharon Oloma, Olivia Nalubega, Jovaita Lubango, Edna Natari, Emily Naziri, Dorothy Nagawa, Shirat Mirembe, Jemima Zalwango, Olivia Atuhaise, Nora Navasiria, Grace Ojil, Eunice Awori, Priscilla Nambazira, Rose Nankuba, and Melon Vyoko. And by the way, this definitely is whatever it is that took a part down there. Uganda came back with the bronze. More of the stories, of course, will be coming through in the second half of the show. Don't you go away. We are off for a very short commercial break.